Lucas! What's wrong, Lucas? I need to carry him inside. But he's so heavy. How can I carry him inside? Apple.
Mom. Oh my God! Is it Lucas?
Please help me carry Lucas inside. We have to ask him what happened.
Lucas! Wake up! He looks tired. Why is that?
Apple. Has Lucas been different lately?
Mom. I looked for Lucas last time. But Mrs. Susan said I should go home. Lucas had to study. She said Lucas got a bad grade in literature. So Mrs. Susan asked Teacher Mary and Miss Laurie to help.
Really?
I didn't think Mrs. Susan would be that strict. It seems like Lucas got a bad grade. So Mrs. Susan seemed impatient. She wanted Lucas to do well right away. But that put pressure on him.
There's a bell. Could it be?
Mrs. Pear. Apple. Is Lucas here? I'm looking for him.
Please don't tell my mom I'm here.
Lucas isn't here.
Really? If so, where does he go?
Mrs. Susan. Why are you looking for Lucas?
He dared to run away. He doesn't want to study anymore. I have to find him. I have to punish him with lots of homework. What? I have to find him.
Mom! It seems Mrs. Susan is very angry. Lucas can't go home now. What should we do?
Will Mrs. Pear protect Lucas? Mom, please. Don't make me study anymore. Mom, please. Where am I?
Lucas. You're awake.
Apple. Mrs. Pear. Why am I here?
Lucas. You fainted in front of me. Apple and I brought you here.
Mrs. Pear. Apple. Thank you.
Lucas. What are you going to do? You can't avoid Mrs. Susan forever.
I don't know. I don't dare go home. I don't want to study like this all the time.
Lucas. If so, I'll take you home.
Mom, why?
He can't stay at our house forever. He needs to face his mother.
But,
Lucas. Even though I don't like you. But this time, your mother is wrong. I'll help you. I'll tell your mother.
Mom, will you help Lucas?
Mrs. Pear. Thank you.
Lucas. So you were at Mrs. Pear's house. Why did you run away? Mrs. Pear. Why did you lie?
Mrs. Susan. You shouldn't be so harsh on Lucas.
Mrs. Pear.
I don't like Lucas. But as a mother, I can't keep quiet. Lucas has been trying to study literature. But he doesn't have a talent for literature. He can't be good at it right away. You shouldn't make him study so much every day. That's not good. I never force Apple like that.
That's right, Mom. I'm so tired.
Mrs. Pear. This is none of your business.
What?
Mrs. Pear. You should go home. This is my family's business. You can't interfere. Lucas. Go back to your room and continue studying.
What?
You've wasted so much time.
Mom.
Apple. I can't help Lucas. Mrs. Susan is too strict. She's even annoyed with me. She's too much.
Mom. What should we do? How can we help Lucas?
I'm afraid he won't be able to stand it. Apple. If so,
Mom, I can't study. I'm so sleepy.
Lucas. You have to finish these 10 exercises. You should have rested. But you ran away. You're too lazy to do your homework. You have to continue doing your homework.
I can't stand it anymore.
Lucas, wait. Are you running away again? Hey, Lucas. Wait.
Mom, I'm sorry. But I can't stand it.
Lucas. Stop for me. Miss Mary. Miss Lori. Help me chase him.
Okay, Mrs. Susan.
Hey, boy. What's wrong with you?
I have to run away from my mom. She made me study a lot. I'm scared.
Lucas. Here you are.
Mom! Teacher Mary! Miss Lori!
Go back and do your homework.
Hey, you! You can't force him.
Who are you?
I'm Raymond. I'm from the Student National Protection Organization.
What? Miss Lori. Is there such an organization?
That's right, Mrs. Susan.
I suspect you're forcing this boy to study too much. The students need a break. It's my job to protect the students from any bad situations.
What?
Mr. Raymond! Save me!
Boy.
I'm Lucas.
Lucas. Don't worry. They won't be able to do anything to you. Here's a $2,000 fine for the three of you.
What?
You need to pay the fine soon. If you force Lucas again, I'll show up.
Why are we being fined? Miss Lori. What kind of organization is that?
It's a government organization.
Why is this the first time I've heard of it?
Thank you, Raymond.
Pear. You're my cousin. I'll always help you when you need it.
But will Lucas be okay?
I'll pay attention to him. They won't dare make him study too much.
After that day, Mom didn't make me study much anymore. But in return, Mom! Vegetables again?
Susan. Again?
It's all your fault, Lucas. You cost me over $600 in fines. So this week we'll eat vegetables.
Oh my God! How much were Mrs. Susan, Miss Lori and Teacher Mary fined by Mr. Raymond? A. $500. D. $1,000. C. $2,000. D. $3,000. Please subscribe channel if you like my content. That's the motivation for me to create new videos. Thank you very much.